Welcome. I am marketing expert and business coach Melissa Kellogg-Lewick, and this is the Doing Business Like a Woman podcast, where we are exploring and teaching you how women are reinventing the way business is done and money is made to help you create greater impact and financial freedom, one business at a time. Well, hello there, and welcome to the podcast. I hope you're having a fabulous day so far as we kick off this new week. And today I wanted to teach you kind of my capstone course, like what I have learned over the 16 years of being an entrepreneur myself with my own business and what I have seen with my clients' businesses, what has been most successful for us in growing our sales. And so this episode is going to be all about growing your sales, doing what you love. And so there's two words in that title that are super important. Number one is grow, and the second one is love. And so my approach to growing my sales and growing my business is all about love, and especially when it comes to marketing, but we'll get to that in just a minute. So I'm going to go through my formula for growing your sales. And I have an MBA in marketing, and pretty much everything I learned in that MBA, I have not used in growing my own business. So I learned a lot of ways that large corporations grow and market, and that's mainly what I feel like my formal education was on, is what goes on in large male-dominated corporations and boardrooms around marketing and sales, and finance. But what I have actually put into practice in my own business and growing my own business for 16 years and helping that of my clients is completely different. So I know both ways work, right? We know obviously these large companies that are publicly traded and earning millions and millions, or if not billions of dollars a year, they're doing it. And they're doing it probably the way that I learned in my MBA in a lot of ways, in my MBA program. But then there are small businesses, women-owned businesses like mine, that are growing and thriving in different ways, in other ways. And so what I'm going to teach you today and over these next couple of episodes is my formula that I have used to grow my sales doing what I love. And it's what's been successful for me. It's also what I have noticed with my clients has worked the best, and what I teach and implement with my clients that I coach and work with now. So the one thing I want you to know about this formula is that creating demand and growing your sales is just as much about knowing your value and communicating it, bringing it to market, as the how and the what of marketing. And I think that is what is so different about my approach. And it is that I incorporate the developing your value mindset, your self-concept, and your confidence as the foundation to then going on and marketing and selling successfully. So that's what we're going to be talking about. And I know that this is super effective. It's worked for me, my colleagues, my clients. And this is my formula for my simple formula. I like to say it's very simple for growing your sales. So if we were together, I would be showing you my PowerPoint slides, but I do actually have a course, on-demand training that you can access on my website if you want to see all the slides that go along with this and see me providing this training. There is also a workbook that goes along with it, and that is available to you there as well. So the link will be in the show notes, but my website is melissambkellogg.com. And so you can always find these training videos there as well. But I want to kind of give you the latest and greatest of this formula. I feel like it's always growing and changing as my thinking and knowledge and experience all grow. So this is the latest and greatest of all the trainings. And so imagine this formula. So it is knowing your value and what you're selling. Add to that, growing your visibility, plus having a compelling offer. Multiply all of that by a simple plan, or I should say, multiply that with a simple plan, and that equals growing sales. And I know this to be true no matter what stage of business that you're in, whether you're just starting out or whether, like me, you've been in business for over a decade. We are always working within this formula somewhere. And whatever point you want to put, whatever sales figure you want to put in the growing sales part of this formula, you can achieve that by putting these other pieces in place. And so first, we're going to talk about the first part of this formula, which is knowing your value and what you're selling. And so we're going to define what is value. And value is what people are willing to pay money for, what your clients are willing to pay for. So in essence, we can say that value equals money. And when I'm talking about value, I'm not talking about your inherent value. As a human, you are 100% inherently valuable. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the result that you're offering to your clients that they are willing to part with their money in order to have, right? So value comes from the result you're offering and how you offer it. And this is both in tangible ways and intangible ways. So for example, I think of a client of mine that is a virtual assistant. And she, when we first started working together, came to me and said, well, the services I'm providing are, email marketing and launch planning and management and social media posting. And, she had her list of things, of services that she provides. And so she thought, well, that's what I'm offering, right? But as we got to talk about it, and I helped her to really discover what her real value, what is she actually selling? What is the actual value in the work that she's doing? And it's actually more around the result that she's offering, right? So she offers to take off the plates of entrepreneurs parts of their business, back office parts of their business that they cannot or do not want to do. It's things that are not in their zone of genius. She takes that off of their plate so they can spend 100% of their time in their zone of genius, which in turn is going to make them more money in their business, right? So that is actually what she's selling. And it's not the menu of items that she actually does, but it is that value. And so that is what is value. And that's why it's important to understand exactly what you're selling. And what I have done, and my coach took me through this process of thinking about what is value. And so this is a great journal prompt for you. If you want to take this work deeper, think about what is value to you. And when I did this work myself, one of the definitions I came up with is that value is delightfully beneficial. And so I thought about why are people willing to pay hundreds of dollars to see Beyonce? Or why do we pay thousands and thousands of dollars to buy a diamond? Like, if value equals money and money equals value, what is the value in those things that makes us want to pay so much money for them? So one of the definitions I came up with is delightfully beneficial, like going to a Beyonce show, which I have not done, which I could imagine would be very delightful and inspiring and uplifting and fun, right? And so that is delightfully beneficial to me in that environment. And then in turn, like if you think about a diamond, like why do we pay thousands of dollars for diamonds? Because they are beautiful. You look at that sparkly diamond and what it represents, whether it's a gift or a wedding ring or something, like what it represents, what we think about it, and the beauty that it is consistently giving us as we watch it sparkle on our finger, that is delightfully beneficial. And so I ask for you to think about in your own business, in the work that you do, how are you delightfully beneficial? And how can you increase the value that you offer to your clients? Because as you increase your value, so you will also increase your income and the revenue that you generate and the number of clients that you attract and however else you want to scale. So that is knowing your value and knowing what you're selling. And so there are some questions that I can offer you that you can think about and journal about. And obviously, if you ever want to chat with me about them, you can always visit my website and schedule a call. But for example, one question that I mentioned a moment ago is, what are your tangibles and intangibles as far as your value? How do you do business like none other? And what are your unique capabilities, your unique talents, your personality? Because people will pay for being around you and in your energy, in your personality, more than that they will pay for the actual service that you provide. And I talk with my realtor clients a lot about this, right? Because we know there's realtors or insurance agents on every corner, if not more. But why do we choose to work with the ones that we choose? Because we love them as a person. We are aligned with them as a person. We are attracted to their personality, their uniqueness, their talents, and how they approach things. And so that's why we choose them. So in turn, I want you to think about that for yourself and how you can bring out more of your uniqueness and your personality in the work that you do, because it will attract more clients. And how is your value tied to your why? And so that's an interesting question to journal on, and exploring your why and your mission and the change you seek to make in this world. So next, I want to talk about how that deeply understanding the value that you offer and believing in it helps you to create more confidence. And I hear so often from my clients and from women that I teach and coach and work with that confidence is a major issue. And it is for me too, right? We all have times where we're feeling less than in terms of confidence. And so reconnecting with your value and knowing the value that you offer helps to build your confidence from the inside out, right? And this is how that all works, because think about, if we have confident, if we believe in the value that we offer and the impact that we're having, that leads to us feeling confident, right? And when we're feeling confident, we take confident actions, we have confident energy. And from that place of confident actions, we will grow our sales. So that's why this work around value is so important. And so it creates a strong foundation for your marketing and your sales and all the conversations that you go out and have. And so once we have that in place, then we can go about growing our visibility. And so next time on the next episode, I'm going to go into the next part of our formula about growing your visibility and creating a compelling offer. So in the meantime, I ask you, or I just suggest you go through those value exercises. And like I said, if you have get stuck or want to discuss that further, please reach out to me. But I will see you in the next episode about growing visibility. Talk to you soon. If you like this podcast and want to take this work deeper, I invite you to coach with me one-on-one. It all starts with a conversation. Let's get on a call together, and I'd love to learn more about you and your business. And together we can identify what is standing in the way of creating the business and life you envision. And then we'll create a plan to get you there. So visit my website at melissamkellogg.com and find a spot on my calendar. I look forward to seeing you.